Hi everybody, welcome to this intro to JavaScript. Today we're going to do a quick review of HTML and CSS, and then we'll have a look at some basic JavaScript. JavaScript is used to make our web pages interactive, and all you need is a web browser and a text editor. I'm going to be using Sublime Text. To set up, all you need to do is create a new folder on your computer called JavaScript, create a new subfolder called JavaScript Intro, and download these two project assets and move them into your JavaScript folder. In fact, let me just see if I've done that. Here's my JavaScript folder. Here's my JavaScript Intro folder. And yep, I've downloaded and I've already moved those two project assets into my JavaScript Intro folder. See if you can do that. And finally, open intro.html in a browser and a text editor and see if you can figure out split screen. So I'm going to shrink this page. I'm going to go to intro.html and I'm going to bring up the context menu. Open with Google Chrome. This is my browser. There it is. And I'm also going to go back and open with my text editor, Sublime Text. Okay. And see if you can set up a kind of a split screen situation so we can see both applications running at the same time. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do a quick review of HTML. Every web page uses tags, okay, and this is the HTML tag. Okay, this tells us that this is an HTML document, and we need to know when to close the tag. So this is the HTML section inside my web page. Every web page has a head section. Don't forget to close it. And every web page has a body section. Don't forget to close it. And every web page, not every web page, but many web pages have a script section as well. This is where we're going to be writing some JavaScript later. Now, inside the head section, usually you're going to find the style section. This is where we're going to be typing some CSS to make our web pages look attractive. We'll do that later. Let's start with the body section. This area here of your web page, this is the body. So this is where we put content. And again, we're going to use HTML tags to do that. Let's start with an H1 tag. Welcome to my page. And don't forget to close the tag when you've finished using it. Okay? Let's go to File, Save. Oh, Command S is the shortcut. Let's try that. Command S, and then refresh this intro.html. Yay, there you go. Welcome to my page. Let's put in a bit more content. This time I'm going to use the P tag. Let's meet Chopper. Okay, let's do Command S and refresh. Yay, okay, there's the P tag displaying that text. Let's go into the style section. I'm going to quickly style my P tags. So this is CSS. The P tag starts with that curly bracket and it finishes with that curly bracket. This is my P style area. So inside this area, let's say color is going to be red. Command S and refresh. Yay, okay, works. Now after the P styling section, let's do an H1 styling section. Let's say color is going to be blue and the font size is going to be 48 pixels. Let's make it quite big. Command S and refresh. Yay! So that works as well. Now in the body, after this message, I want the image of Chopper to appear. So let's go back to the body section. We're going to use the HTML img tag this time. Very basic tag. Now to tell the tag where the image is, we need to use the src property. And our image is, let's go back to my project folder, chopper chopper.jpg. Okay. So let's type that into the src property here, chopper.jpg. Command S and refresh the page. Yay! Now, just show you another little trick. Inside the image tag, we can also use the width property to control the width of the image. I'm going to say 100px. Let's just drag that out so you can see what's going on. So width equals 100px, Command S, and refresh the page. Okay. Interestingly, I could copy that line of code and paste it down here. So we've got two images with chopper. Both have a width of 100. Command S and refresh. So you can put as many choppers as you want onto your web page. And very quickly, let's style our image tag. This time I'm going to use a border style. It's going to be a pink border, solid, and let's say 2 pixels. Okay, so this is a border style in CSS. Command S and refresh. Okay, everything seems to be working fine. Now let's think about some JavaScript. What I want to do is, when I click this first image here, when I click this image, I want to call a JavaScript function called greeting. Okay, so we click the image, we wake up JavaScript. Hey JavaScript, I need your function, the greeting function, to do its magic. Okay, so now in the script section, this is where we're going to design our JavaScript. Let's design the greeting function. Okay, and all it does is, let's introduce you to the console. Console.log. Chopper says hello. Okay, so we click the image, we call the JavaScript greeting function, which is here, and this will happen. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out what's going on there. I'm going to do Command S. Now we are using the console. Refresh. Let's open the console. Go to Inspect and click on Console. Now then, let's click the image and see what happens. Chopper says hello, and we can keep clicking. Each time we click, the message will be repeated. Okay. So before we finish this video, let's just look at that greeting function again. Just going to add something new. In JavaScript, I'm going to create a variable called count. And I'm going to give it a starter value of 0. And each time we call the greeting function, so this is inside the greeting function, we're going to update count. We're going to add 1 to the current value of count, and that will become the new count value. So it starts at 0, we call the greeting function, bing, count becomes 1, and we do this. Call the greeting function again, bing, count's going to become 2, and we do this again. Okay? Now let's put a bit of logic in here. If this is how you write an if statement in JavaScript. If something is true, we're going to do something. Okay? Command X, let's just cut that, paste it into there. If count is less than 10, we're going to put Chopper says hello. Okay? Else Chopper says goodbye. Okay, now just take a moment to think about what's happening here. We've got an image. When we click the image, we call the greeting function. the greeting function updates a JavaScript variable. There it is, it's up here. This is a JavaScript variable. And then it analyzes it. If that variable is less than 10, we're going to see this. Otherwise, we're going to see this. So Command S, let's see if this works. Make sure you've got your console open. And let's start clicking the image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It works! Now Chopper says goodbye. All right, guys, take a moment to think about it, and that is a very brief introduction to JavaScript.